Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are picking up with part 2 of chapter 1 of my new playthrough of Demonheart. I haven't yet figured out who I'm going to romance yet in this game, but we'll see how it goes as we go along. Let's get started. Okay, last time we were inspecting, and I do believe we inspected everything. Oh, not the journal though. Let's see, feline. My hometown is a small city in the south of Shamir. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Just north of the vast city of Skarswall. Feline may not be huge, but it is a beautiful and well organized with townsfolk who follow laws and respect old traditions. Sounds like your typical small town if you ask me. Lord Second, the ruler of my hometown. Lord Second may be rigid in his ways, but he is well loved by the people. He is an elderly man and the only ruler of Feline in my lifetime. I don't know if there ever was a Lord first, or why he bears such a strange name. I have no idea either. Maybe because he was only second best. Okay, let's look at our character. Once again, I do believe I am going for the Rebel Achievement, or the more defiant, good/defiant bright. So I am at 75% defiant, 60% good. Let's see if I can continue being both good and defiant. I want to be a little rebel here. Let's see. I won't do the log because that's just a general recap, but right now, to give my own little small recap of where we are at this point, we are at Orchid's, about to apply for a job as her assistant. So let's get started. Uh-oh. I was struck with the realization that I wasn't alone. Other candidates were gathering in front of the house, and they were not looking friendly. Along came a boy who seemed ready for a fist fight. I might have seen him around the slums before. Yeah, he kind of looks like an angry child. Another candidate was a rather foul-looking lady. She was so tall and strange, I was sure I would have remembered if I had seen her in town. Yeah, she's very angry looking. Looks ready to just throw a tantrum. I tried talking to the boy. I decided to talk to the woman. I tried to ignore both. Let's see. Let's talk to the woman.
What are you looking at?
Your pug-like face? What's going on here? Dear lady, perhaps we should all calm down a bit. An angry bitch by the looks of it. Oh! Ooh! Let's go with the bottom answer. Yes, another defiant! I don't... You don't talk to me that way. My brother is... Damn it. What's the use in talking to you?
Another girl? You know Orchid isn't looking for an apprentice witch.
No, duh, she's looking for a shop assistant, we all know. But she's looking for a shop assistant, someone strong to help her carry stuff. Well, wouldn't two grown women be stronger than a small little child?
I'm stronger than you, you little kitten.
So many comments for that, but I'll just, keep them to myself. Besides, Orchid most likely does want someone who can help her with her craft, and only women can do that. It sure sounds dumb for a boy to apply. She didn't state anything about her assistant's gender, did she? ... Let's go to the middle. Oh no, that sounds tactful. That sounds tactful. I'm gonna just stay silent. What? Another dumb girl? This will be easy. Lingering by the trees stood another young woman. Quietly tucked in her hood, she was almost invisible. She seemed too finely dressed to talk to any of us, though her outfit was for some reason marked with pentagrams. She a witch? If she was so well off, why was she looking for work? Are you also here for work, rich girl? Hello there. Have you also come to see Orchid? I really love your outfit. ... I'm gonna go, I really love your outfit, because I do. Her outfit's really cute, and it makes me want to make a cosplay of it. Ah, fudge, I made it tactful. She looked up at me, a smile beginning to form on her lips, but she quickly went back to staring at the ground. I hope that didn't affect my 75% defiance, 60% good. Okay, so I'm back to where I started. Well, she looks like a spoiled wench who's never done any real work in her life. No, that'd be you, lady.
I'd walk away if I were any of you. My brother is a knight of Scarswell.
Good for you.
So, where is he?
He'd come if I asked him to. He would. That's, the equivalent of Draco Malfoy saying, "Wait till my father hears of this." Only it's her brother. Orchid won't take a Scarswaller, no matter how you threaten her. Shut up, you little shit. I can't say that with a straight face. You think she'd rather have a stupid child? Go home, Scarswaller. If your brother is a knight, you don't really have to work, do you? You have no chance against me. Ladies, young lord, please, let's all act civilized. ... Again, I think I'm just gonna keep silent here and let the child and the pug face fight it out. Even if I don't win, you'll pay me, Red Goose. Really? Are you talking to me? We'll see who gets it, bitch. Why? ... Let's go with the first one. Who else, cat brain? I don't suppose you have what it takes to threaten me. Now you start talking? Shut up. Just then the front door opened wide and I saw... I had met Orchid before when my mother was buying some medicine in her shop. I don't remember seeing her out in the street though. The garden was the farthest I'd seen her go. She didn't seem the type who left her house much. Or her home much. Again, I couldn't talk yesterday and I can't talk today. But I kind of sympathize with Orchid. Don't want to leave my house much these days either.
You have all come to apply for the position in my house, I presume.
Yes, Great Orchid, that's why I'm here. The others seem struck with awe, not stuck. Oh my gosh. And they only nodded in response. Yes, me too. Yes, Great Orchid. I'm not sure about the mute girl, but the rest of us are here for work. I also nodded. ...
Pebble and Bright, I remember. And the two of you are...
My name is Chance.
Ari.
Ari, where are you from?
I am also from the south, I assure you.
I'm glad to make your acquaintance, Ari.
Now, young candidates, let me explain my offer.
I require help in my shop and around the house. My assistant will have to live here with me. For this, I will pay you a third of my shop's proceeds and more if we end up getting along. You might learn a witchcraft trick or two, but there will not be time for proper witch training. It is not my intention to raise more witches anyway. I trust you are all fine with these terms? I will accept anything you say. As long as you don't need your assistant to be a girl. Not at all. All I need is someone who is good with people. Can't we live with our parents and only come to work by day? Uh-oh, this is looking grim for some candidates here. I'm gonna stay silent again.
Before we continue, I have a theoretical question for all of you. What would you do if you were all alone and you came face to face with a demon spawn?
For a theoretical question, that's kind of unnerving because, well, witches, demon spawn? A demon spawn? What's that What's that at all, I wondered. It sounds like the offspring of a demon.
I beat him to death.
I would hide and shoot it with arrows.
I would stab it with a knife. I would run and hide. I'd try to talk to it. We'd have a tea party. Oh my gosh. Something sarcastic as that. Ooh, this makes me want to save just to try all of the answers. But... Eeny, miny, miny, mo. Why do I do that? I feel like I'm gonna get a tactful if I say this. Let's go with we'd have a tea party. Because no use in fighting a demon spawn. Truly? ...
A demon spawn could easily kill us all.
But that's not to say that he would. The infernal fathers and their sons can be appeased. There is no need for hostility. Well, my answer may have been snarky, but, you know, it was a tea party and not violence. In any case, if one of their kind approaches you, it's best to treat him with respect and discover what he wants. Hey, tea party. Everybody loves tea parties. Well, that answer works for me. Yours might as well, Bright, had you been more serious.
I'm glad you all recognized the term demon spawn.
Not really. They are indeed, as the word says, the spawn of demons, but they are half human from their mother's side. As far as we've learned, they are always male and always have wings and double-jointed legs. Horns are also a telltale sign. Attacking a demon spawn could very well prove lethal. Besides, they are, to our knowledge, completely immortal. Their wounds heal quickly, even severed limbs. They simply return and merge back with the body. But I see this story upsets some of you. ... I'm fine with it, pussies. I'm fine with it. At any rate, I was simply marveling at the regeneration and immortality of the infernal sons. If humans had this ability, there would be no use for healer witches, would there?
But it is already
Any
possible for humans, when their hearts transform.
Hearts transform? Cut your stupid poetry and call them demon hearts. You're not the only ones who've heard of them. I'm sure you are familiar with demon hearts, but you are not so fortunate yourself. Fortunate? You're insane.
I see you are versed in the subject.
However, there is still one crucial difference between demon hearts and demon spawn. Though the wounds heal on their own, the humans still age and die. The demon spawn, on the other hand, remain young forever. Got some journal updates. Let's just pop over and look at them real quick. Go to the top. Demonheart. It is possible for humans to inherit some demonic abilities when their hearts transform. I'm not sure what this means. These humans are called Demonhearts, and they possess regeneration abilities similar to demon spawn, except Demonhearts do age and die. So, by summarizing all that, Demonhearts do age and die, but I guess they age more slowly than normal humans, seeing as their hearts have been transformed and they're considered demon hearts. So they have somewhat immortality to a point, I guess. They're just longer lived. Demon spawn. Offspring of a human female and a demon, also referred to as infernal sons. Full-blooded demons are known as infernal fathers, though this might be a religious quote-unquote cultist thing, basically calling them gods. However, demon spawn are made. I don't know, you don't get to see demons walking around in our world. I don't even know if they are real, or if inferno is even real. I've learned that demon spawn are completely immortal. They don't age past a certain point, and it's impossible to destroy them. So all the demon spawn ever made would be alive today. But if that is so, why hasn't anyone ever seen them? Maybe because they're all in the Inferno? Scarswall, a big city on the southern border of Shermere. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that right. It ends at a great ancient wall that serves as the kingdom's defense line against attacks from the land of Vatos. I hope I'm saying that right too, because, I'm horrible at pronunciation. The wall was once scarce, a ruin? Scarce or scarce? A ruin that has been rebuilt and now stands strong and tall. Again, I can't read. What is wrong with me? Because Scarswall is so far south from the capital, some believe that the king's reign does not quite extend to it. They say Lord Mace is overstepping his bounds, and the king's absence in trying to become something more than a ruler of a single city. Oh, got me yawning. Southern names. It is customary for people in the south of Shamir to have meaningful names. Most are common words like duck or chance. Less frequently, a common word will be modified to form a more palatable name. Of course, there are always those who go against tradition and name their child something new and exciting. I mean, really? Naming your kid Duck? And if you had 3 kids, Duck, Duck, Goose? Sorry, just a bit of humor. Let's continue. What are the chances of really meeting a demon spawn? What was that about human hearts transforming? I felt uncomfortable asking anything. This demon talk bored me. Let's do it first. Well, for the average person, they are nil, and it's probably better that way. One might attack the demon spawn and die, as we just heard. Let's go with this one. It is when a human becomes part demon. He or she inherits some infernal powers depending on how much demonic essence is consumed. Demonic essence, I'm assuming, is, parts of the demon. Ugh. These people are called demon hearts. So people are called hearts? I would not be surprised if you've never heard of such a thing. Being a demon heart is illegal in our kingdom. One would get arrested immediately upon discovery. There are other reasons why a person might not wish to become a demon heart. Namely, they stop being able to reproduce. Who needs children anyway? It is also believed that the heart might influence its bearer into committing evil deeds. Or maybe this is simply a consequence of being hunted by the law and pretty much everyone else. I nodded and waited for her to continue. This demon talk bored me. I'll go with this one.
And now to the practical test. I've made you all stand around for quite a while, and for this I apologize.
I've arranged somewhat of a contest in my basement. Unfortunately, not all of you can participate. My basement is full of fragile goods, you see. For the first time, the rich girl smiled. Ari and Bright may enter the basement, the rest of you, until we meet again. Defeated, the others walk away, but we could still hear them.
She wanted a witch after all.
But why the red goose?
I was confused. Why did she refuse them and pick me to continue on? Excuse me, why did you pick me to stay? Alright, what now? I waited for her to continue. I'll just wait. I assume you still want to compete for the position of my assistant. Of course, I want to try. ... Of course. Ari said nothing, but she kept smiling in that way. In that case, you will both enter the basement. Each of you will be required to work alone and complete 3 small tasks. The ultimate task is to retrieve a jeweled chalice, a simple trinket, but it will serve as proof of your victory. Whoever returns from the basement with the chalice has won.
Oh, and when you pass through the big library, don't touch anything.
I will be waiting for you in my shop. Orchid handed a key to the rich girl. Now, there is no point in wishing you both good luck when only one of you will win, is there? She smiled and headed back to her house. The rich girl remained to watch Orchid's back respectfully and only turned to me once Orchid had disappeared.
Why do you want to work for Orchid?
For money, obviously, so I can live in the Nobles District and become famous. My parents are out of work. I wish to learn the secrets of her crest. Shut up and get it over with. Go with that one. Could you not have picked something safer? Orchid may be working as a healer, but she is much more. Staying with a witch is never safe. I bet you would know. Why didn't you pick something safer? Why are you here? You seem rich enough. I am in no position to choose. I have 3 of us to feed. You're concerned for me? That's so cute. I'm gonna go with that one. Yes, I got a good. There's always a choice. You see no other options because you don't want to. That's not true. Hers was the first job I heard about. So, yeah, go with the first job you hear about and apply. She walked to the basement door and I had to follow. I was all alone in this, and with such unfair competition, this girl carried herself like she were Orchid's equal. I followed the rich girl down the basement stairs. Searching time! Let's look at the book. This room appeared to be a warehouse of magical ingredients. There were also books everywhere, mostly alchemy related. There was some empty pots set up for cooking. There was a single passage further into the basement, but it was blocked by a field of light buzzing with some strange magic. Ari walked to pick up a piece of paper with something written on it. I rushed to her side to see what it was. What's that? ... What's
Orchid
that?
left us instructions for making an antidote, a common item she sells.
This field of light acts as a barrier that will only let you through if you're carrying a bottle of the antidote. Can I see the instructions? Okay, I snatched the paper from the rich girl's hands. I'll just say okay. Don't bother. You're better off staying out of this house. Thanks, but I'll still try my luck. Bitch. ... Oh, crap, I got a tactful. Be my guest if you must, but you won't get far. She let me look at the paper. The recipe mentioned ambrosia, purple roses, and night root. Ari ran up to one of the shelves and started taking some things out. She chooses a pot to cook in. Before I knew it, she had a bottle full of some glowing brownish liquid in her hand. Ew. Brownish glowing liquid? Ew. I hurried up to find the ingredients for my own portion. Hey, you're not going anywhere with that. You're done already? I'm just gonna hurry. Ari turned to me one last time before walking away.
I'm doing you a favor. You just don't know it. And you never will.
Kind of bitchy of you to say. Bitch? Tell that to my starving parents. ... Bitch. Holding the potion bottle in front of her, Ari stepped toward the magic barrier. It dissolved to make way around her, then fell back into place as soon as she walked through. I had to do my best to mix the potion on my own. I wondered what I was even doing there. Why was I supposed to be experienced at mixing potions, and why did that girl know everything? It was all like a pastime to her while my family was starving. I should have never hoped for this job, I thought. I kept struggling with the potion until the liquid in the pot finally resembled what Ari had made. I was far behind the rich girl. My mother and my father would keep starving. At last, it looked ready. I also approached the barrier with a bottle of potion in my hand. The magic energy pulled me into an impressive library. I mean, heck, if I had a basement library, I'd never see the light of day again. Looking around, these books had strange names. Some of them were in foreign languages I couldn't make out. To my surprise, Ari was still there, paging through a dusty book. Are you stuck? What now? ...
You wish. I got carried away, huh?
I think that's where you need to go. She pointed to the hallway right in front of me. What about you? The passage isn't blocked by a riddle, so you could check it out. And I'm more interested in a challenge. That's when I noticed, of course. The entire time, a faint buzzing sound was coming from behind the bookshelves. There was another passage there, worded with magic. What's the matter? I'm staying with you. I'll explore the hallway. Is there any book you'd recommend?
Well, this one is a must-read.
She handed me a book with a rather disturbing cover. Yeah, kind of disturbing. On the inside, the title said, On the Demon Spawn. That word again. No thanks, must read. Why? I opened the book. I'm gonna open it. Introduction. Iniri Sick and Kaliki Rin? I think I pronounced that correctly. Unsure. Let's just keep going. We're a mistress and apprentice witch from Elshay. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Famous for their demon spawn experiments journaled in this book. They abducted a half-demon baby and through their research gave the world invaluable knowledge about the sons of the infernal beasts. In summer 1311, 1 year after they published their manuscript in Elshay, Sick and Rin mysteriously vanished. That means they had published it on the year I was born. It wasn't such an old book after all. The demon child's fate is also unknown. Rumor has it that expeditions have found several horns used as goblets in the witch's dining hall. Apart from damaging the demon spawn for scientific purposes, the rumor makes it that the witches also took sadistic pleasure in humiliating him. It is believed that the experiment escaped and took revenge on its captors, dealing a great blow to humankind's future discoveries. I'm siding with the demon spawn on this one because nothing should have to endure cruelty and torture, all in the name of science. Thankfully, the journal was already widespread in El Shay and translated into 4 languages. Sorry about that. I have severe dry throat today. Without doubt, every witch should have this book in her library, followed by the scribe's name. With not enough time to read the entire tome, I browsed the pages for anything that would catch my attention. We found him petrified with terror, this red infant staring at the woman's body that hung from the trees. Oh, so his mother hung herself. We could tell from his eyes that he knew his mother had taken her life in an attempt to stop his becoming, yet there he was. That is a sad start to life. I heard Ari meddling with some magic passage behind the bookshelves, but I expected her to do that. This strange book, it seemed to call out to me. I kept turning pages. As fate would have it, Dorius soon started hating his name. He associated it with all the traumatic memories of living in captivity. Further on it said, indeed, no injury could leave long-lasting consequences beyond some scarring. On the next page I opened, Dorius had already the appearance of an adult human male. He had the physique of a trained warrior, although we provided no conditions for such training. A deafening sound flooded the room. An alarm? It felt like the walls were shaking, and there was some strange dust. I lost my consciousness. I woke up lying on the floor of Orchid's basement. The dust was settling down. Then I saw Orchid standing above me like a light in the darkness. She seemed to smile for a second. No, I thought, I must be making things up. She had a concerned look as she gave me her hand. I felt strangely drawn to her. I immediately placed my hand in hers. I took her hand out of fear of disappointing her. I started getting up on my own. I'll have to go with the first one. Now I was certain she smiled at me.
I should have known that girl was up to no good.
The witch girl? I knew it. ... Witch girl indeed. I believe I recall who she is now. Another witch's assistant, her apprentice even. So yes, she is a witch herself. I may have even met her when she was younger, hence the hood. Sorry, I gotta take a drink of water. What happened? Why did she apply? What other witch? Oh. Really? Sorry. People popping up in the corner through Steam. It's an old friend, so to speak. She doesn't live in any town. She never could handle being around many people. But as colleagues, we've met and talked. I do easily make friends with outcasts. Why was she smiling now?
Our witch guest broke into a storage room, not designated for this contest. I know she did it on purpose.
I'm positive that's the reason she was here, to steal from me. Orders from her mistress. But my properties are secured against thieves, so the two of you had to take a little nap. I've shown the thief to the exit while you slept. She should know better than to return. Serves her right, she didn't seem that bad. I'm sorry about everything. It's not your fault, and everything is in order now, though I do feel insulted by that girl and her mistress.
I cannot afford another disaster like this. It's a good thing you came along. You are exactly the person I need.
Woo, I won the competition. But you already knew this. Why did you write to me? Does that mean, yay, I won? I gave her a wide-eyed look. Does that mean...
From this day forward, you will be known as my assistant.
Let's give a round of applause. I am honored, Great Orchid. Thank you for this opportunity. I will do my best. I nodded. How much is the wage? I think I'd ask that too. How much am I working for again? I don't want to be working for peanuts. I don't want to seem ungrateful, so I'll go. Fudge it. I got another tactful. Hold on. 70 defiant, 65% good. Dagnabbit. From that day, I started working in Orchid's shop. Orchid made me responsible for dealing with the customers. She stopped seeing them except when it was necessary. She spent her time pacing the house, thinking and sometimes writing something, letters that she never seemed to send. In the night, she would often sit in the dining room and write letters by the candlelight. Whenever she had an idea, she had to write it down immediately, even if it meant leaving her bed at night and staying up for hours. A mysterious woman watched over us from the porch above. I never got the opportunity to ask who she was. Perhaps it was a person of significance in Orchid's life, or a respected ancestor. I got well acquainted with Orchid's cat, Mr. Edgardo. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right now. Oh my gosh! He had the talent of being everywhere at once, especially while I was trying to do something important. So many times I thought I had left him behind in another room, only to find him standing on a shelf right in front of me. I got used to it after a while. Cats are like that. I have one, and her name is Sophie, and she is always either underfoot or she sneaks up on you and you don't even know she's there until you turn around and bam, she's in your face. I learned about different kinds of cures and what they do, but I only participated in making the simpler ones. Many visitors from other towns came to inquire about a potion of eternal youth. Orchid instructed me to tell them that no witch had ever made such a potion, save for fakes. Yet, as much as she tried to educate the people, they would remain hopeful and would just go seek their potion elsewhere. On a couple of occasions, I found my way back to the secret library. Orchid didn't like me browsing her books, so she rarely allowed me to enter. I never saw the book on the demon spawn again. I must have dropped it that day when I fainted, and Orchid put it back in a different spot. My parents were more than proud of me for becoming Orchid's assistant. Mother bought a burgundy dress and wore it every day. Oh God, it's hideous. It's gaudy. Of course an older lady would like something like that. Heck, that's something that Dumbledore would wear.
How have you been? I was just taking a walk in the Nobles District and decided to stop by.
We don't need any medicine, thank the gods. Everything is good over here. It's nice to see you so happy. You know, I'm not the only one in our family capable of working, and since you're feeling so well, Mother, that dress color doesn't suit your hair. Besides, you could change your clothes once in a while. I'm gonna go for the middle. Of course I will look for work myself. I'm preparing for it by buying nice clothes and making friends. You are not. Goodness, relying on your kid to do all of the work. when you're perfectly capable of, since you don't have that cough anymore, apparently. Spending all her money on gaudy looking clothes. Oh, good. Right. I hope Father got his share of the money.
It's wonderful you ended up here. Orchid is our lucky star. Thanks to her, everything will go our way.
Mm-hmm. You just mean everything goes your way so you don't have to work. Mark also came to visit me. Ugh. He had a request. Request denied.
Could you ask Orchid for a recommendation on my behalf?
I know you're not thrilled with my pursuit of knighthood, but I assure you it would be perfect. Orchid would only need to write a letter to Lord Second and mention me. I've passed all the tests, but to become a knight, I need social connections. Of course, I'll do everything I can. I'm merely a shop clerk. Why would you do favors for my boyfriend? Build your own social connections. No, you're not fit to be a knight, so they'll be right if they don't pick you. I'm gonna go with build your own. Is that a proper way to talk to your betrothed? You've entered the circles of high society, Bright. Act like it. Excuse me? Again, request denied. I hate your ass. Okay, I need to take another drink of water. Oh my gosh.
What did that boy want?
He wants you to recommend him for knighthood, but please don't bother. I don't know, he's weird. I insist. We wouldn't want your friend to suffer in such a mundane position. I hear your friend has been advancing his position in the army, but he hasn't quite been able to change his social status. Yes, and he never will. I think he's gotten too greedy. I don't think what he's doing is good for him. He's my betrothed. I think he's gotten too greedy. Why don't we give him a chance?
After all, if you never trust anyone, how can you tell friends from traitors?
Because Mark is is just not a good guy. Sometimes you should give people their heart's desire just to see what they'll do with it. Wrong. No, he doesn't deserve it. Please don't do it. Don't say that. Mark won't do anything wrong. I understand. Give him a chance if you would be so kind. Alright, I respect your wishes and your judgment. The next day, an old man with a wooden leg came in asking for some medicine.
Get me a dozen of those purple painkillers, please.
My leg keeps hurting, although I don't have it anymore. Only Orchid has been able to reduce my pain. What happened to your leg? I'll get your potions right away, sir. Right. Wait a while, will ya? I'll do that one. Oh, son of a biscuit eater, I got another tackle. Thank you. Everything seemed normal until I noticed a tattoo of a pentagram under his sleeve. The demon sign. How could this old man be a cultist? And Orchid never refused to help you after all these years? Here's your potion, sir. I handed him his order quickly and quietly. Did I just... again? Son of a biscuit? Thank you again, child. For a moment, it looked like he was leaving, but then he turned back.
I saw what happened to that old yellow cat Orchid used to have.
Mr. Edgardo? Edgardo? If I recall well, a shame. Why, what happened to him? What do you mean? The stray mutts tore him apart. Saw his remains behind the house this morning. He's at the window right behind you. That wasn't Mr. Edgardo. Dead cat in the garden? Oh no, I'll have to clean it up. Well, that must mean that there was another unfortunate yellow cat out there. A pity nonetheless.
I've taken enough of your time, child. May you have a blessed day.
The blessing of a cultist. Dead cat in the garden. I went to the basement to find Orchid.
You look upset.
I just sold some medicine to an old cultist. You're a returning customer of yours? Do you serve cultists here? A customer just told me there's a dead cat behind the house. No, I'm fine. I'll be going now. A cat? How unfortunate. We should find it and maybe bury it. I want to see what happened. Well, Mr. Edgardo is fine, so there's no reason to investigate. I guess that's a normal thing too. Please, I did not invite you into my home for this. And the land is littered with corpses, whether we relish the thought or not. This house was almost certainly built over an ancient graveyard of some sort, and so was yours. Now, you know I love cats, but I accept that they can't all be as fortunate as Mr. Edgardo. I'll go and check if the garden needs some cleaning. You tend to the shop, please.
Remember, you can always come to me with anything that bothers you.
Allergies are getting bad this year. The next day, that woman barged in.
Hey.
Get out. A good day. How can I help you? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be back in Scarswall? Yeah, as soon as I'm finished here. I'm chasing some feline asshole who owes me money, but ever since we met, I've been dwelling on what happened here. So I've come to talk with you. Talk? About what? I'm listening. Okay, you can always talk to me. Not interested. Ah, son of a biscuit, I did it again. That whore Orchid is terribly suspicious. Hold on. Why? Because she turned you down? Don't call her that. She is, isn't she?
Did you notice
Son of a
when she
biscuit
told me
eater.
and that kid to go home?
Got another tactful. Dagnabbit. When she saw you both aggressive idiots? You obviously don't have what it takes to work with people. She asked a hypothetical question about demon spawn. We told her that we don't like demons and she sent us home. You don't really worship demons yourself, do you? You just knew what to say. Manipulative little. And that witch girl with pentagrams all over her. Come on, it was easy. Orchid is a healer witch and not some warrior brute. Witches respect weird creatures. I really wouldn't attack a demon spawn. I just don't think that's smart. I don't know what demon spawn are. Maybe it's possible to get along with them. I don't know why I said that. You're so smart, aren't you? But you may just get into trouble, feline girl. Orchid is crazy. Good luck with her. This is the last time you'll badmouth Orchid in her own home. You're just envious. It's not like I had a choice. Thanks. Get lost. Sure, I'm never coming back here. Until never, feline girl. Okay, and I think that is where I am going to end this part 2 of the playthrough of chapter 1, and we will continue again tomorrow. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day.